Hey there, Dr. Dave here with USU Extension. Today's Tuesday 2-minute tip is all about learning to respond rather than react. Okay, so in situations where, let's say in relationships, couple relationships, right, you come home late and your sweetheart's like, hey, where the heck are you? Where are you? And it's about time you're home. And they use that type of tone. Now that's going to affect the entire conversation. In fact, research shows that the first 30 seconds of a conversation affects where it's going to go. So it's called a harsh startup. So when we start really harsh, our tone is really loud, and we come down, it's kind of blaming or condescending or criticizing, anything like that. Immediately, the other person's defenses are going to go up. So now what does this look like with parenting? Let's say that you come home and your child's report card is awful, or they bombed a test, or you come home to this mess, this big mess, or the child has done something to trigger you, right? And it's this hook. And immediately our response is one of anger, and we're upset. Now remember that our response is that reaction actually comes from more of the back part of our brains. That's the amygdala, the brainstem. That's more the emotional part of the brain. And when we react out of that part of our brain, immediately our child will they'll shut down. They'll get defensive. They won't talk. So they'll either do one of two things. Some of you have children who are arguers, and they will fight and argue back, and others will clam up and just be silent, and sometimes it's stubborn and silent. So really depends. So how you respond, your tone, your reactions, the first 30 seconds of how you approach that conversation will completely affect the results of that. In fact, 96% of the time you start with a harsh startup, things are going to end worse than they began. And your children's not going to talk, your spouse or partner is not going to talk. And so be mindful about how you respond rather than react. So control that part of the brain, use this part of the brain that's more the rational, the calm. Take a few deep breaths, get some oxygen to the front of your brain, and it will help with your interactions with your partner, or when you're feeling really, really upset. So remember that feelings must be dealt with before behavior can be improved. So that's all for now. I'm Dr. Dave with Utah State, sharing tips to make life great.